At a press event on Tuesday, Mayor Michelle Wu announced that Boston would file a home rule petition to ban fossil fuels for new buildings. Mayor Wu said that the proposal would, quote, continue making Boston a Green New Deal city. Mayor Wu praised climate activists for showing the urgency of dealing with climate change. Her remarks came as Boston had, quote, the 3 hottest weeks in more than 150 years of record keeping.
Okay, and I know the sun is quite bright, so we have a lot of speakers, but we'll keep it concise. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Very, very excited to be able to immediately move on some incredible opportunities that the state has opened up for municipalities and for our communities all across Massachusetts. Before I dive into my remarks, I want to acknowledge some of the organizations and leaders who are here, some of whom you will hear from shortly as well. The HEAT team is here, Home Energy Efficiency Team, Eastie Farm, ACE, Alternatives for Community Environment, BCEC, the Boston Clean Energy Coalition, Mothers Out Front, Environment Mass, 350 Mass. We have representation, the Sierra Club is here, MCAN, the Mass Climate Action Networks, and then in terms of my colleagues in government, you'll hear from just a selection who are going to represent the council and the state legislature. City Councilor Kenzie Bach, City Councilor Gigi Coletta, City Councilor Kendra Lara, former City Councilor Matt O'Malley, Senator Lydia Edwards, Representative Jeff Roy, who will speak right after me. Senator Barrett's staff is here. Thank you so much. Representative John Santiago, Representative Brandy Fluker-Oakley's team is here. Representative Nika Elugardo. Did I miss anyone elected? Okay, I think I got it. Okay. Oh, Senator Cream's staff is here as well. Thank you. Okay, again, we are so excited to celebrate the recent climate bill passed by the Massachusetts State Legislature and signed into law by Governor Baker. Thank you to Senate President Karen Spilka, Senator Mike Barrett, House Speaker Ron Mariano, and Chairman Jeff Roy for your leadership in crafting and passing this important legislation. Thank you also to the climate activists who have been demanding a livable planet and organizing for it for decades. Young people who have organized across our city have continued to push the urgency of ensuring that we can pass on a future that our kids and their kids deserve. It's especially timely that this bill was finalized and passed just as our city cooled down from the 3 hottest weeks in more than 150 years of record keeping. Heat like we've just experienced will become increasingly common here in Boston and in Massachusetts as the climate crisis continues to bear down on us. The recent heat waves and those to come will be in part the result of our carbon emissions. And the majority of our emissions come from cities, and in Boston come from our building sector. These emissions not only expedite climate change, they impact the air quality, the efficiency of our buildings, the health of our residents in their offices, schools, and homes. Our community members deserve to work, learn, and live in spaces that are healthy, energy efficient, that save them money on utilities costs. We know that taking measures to improve air quality and energy efficiency has little to no impact on the net cost of a building with the technology that is available today. Already we have school buildings like the Boston Arts Academy that are running at or near net zero, and our Green New Deal for Boston Public Schools is already underway to keep that momentum going. We celebrate developments like the Kenzie at Bartlett Station, which will create fully electric, affordable housing for seniors as well. To decarbonize even more of Boston's buildings, we are especially excited for the opportunity to explore fossil fuel-free guidelines for new construction and major renovations in Boston, thanks to the state legislation. Our city is ready to join this pilot program to understand and lay out how banning new fossil fuel hookups can benefit our cities, our state, and our country. We'll work with our partners in labor and in real estate, building systems and energy, and public health and environmental justice to make sure that Boston will be part of this climate-conscious, health and prosperity-oriented coalition. That's why today we're filing a home rule petition calling for Boston to be included in this pilot program. This has been a step that has come most recently as a result of the state legislation that has created this pathway, but the councilors who stand here behind me and many of the colleagues who couldn't be here today have been pushing for this for a long time, and I'm grateful for their partnership and know that when we are in the legislative process for this home rule petition, which authorizes the city to join the pilot program, that's only the beginning of the partnership, because in entering the pilot and when we are formally certified to join and the state is clear which 10 municipalities are included, that begins the real process of how we engage with our community members from all sectors to set the specific guidelines and parameters of this program, and the council will be shaping that. Every step of the way, we will collaborate with environmental justice communities and advocates, labor unions and representatives, and affordable housing activists and developers to determine the most effective policy for our city. We need a policy that will provide cleaner air, lower energy costs, less carbon emissions, a better quality of life, and so much more in terms of the possibility and potential for our residents. Together, we can continue making Boston a Green New Deal city and transition to a green economy. Already, we've been exploring how to reduce fossil fuel usage in large new developments through the BPDA's Zero Net Carbon Building Zoning Initiative, and you'll hear more from Chief Jemison on that in a bit. For the last 2 years, we've been engaging with stakeholders on this initiative to set how we can make sure that net zero future is inclusive of all residents. And we're now ready to start the conversation about raising the standards for buildings under 20,000 square feet as well. This zoning initiative and the fossil fuel-free pilot will complement one another to bring as many new developments and major renovations as we can towards our shared goal of net zero emissions and a healthier climate for all. They'll also work in tandem with strong efficiency standards to be established in the state building code. I'm so grateful to our colleagues on Beacon Hill for fighting for this pilot program, to Governor Baker for signing this legislation, to the advocacy community for keeping the pressure on, and to my colleagues in the council who will now take up the charge and help shape the specific details. We can't wait to take these next steps to create a more sustainable and healthy Boston for all of us, and I'm proud that the City of Boston is taking this step to ensure that the state legislature's intent and spirit of bringing community benefit through a greener, healthier future will be maximized by hopefully including the state's largest municipality in this pilot program. Okay, otra vez en español. Buenos días y gracias a la audiencia por estar presente hoy. Estamos celebrando el proyecto sobre la justicia climática que fue aprobado por la legislatura de Massachusetts y firmado por el gobernador. Gracias a Senate President Karen Spilka, Senator Mike Barrett, House Speaker Ron Mariano, y Chairman Jeff Roy. En particular, quiero agradecer a los activistas del medio ambiente quienes se han organizado por años para luchar por un mejor futuro para todos nosotros. Es sumamente importante que tomemos este proyecto en serio, ya que las últimas 3 semanas fueron las semanas más calientes en más de 150 años en la ciudad. Sabemos que estas olas de calor continuarán, en parte a causa de las emisiones de carbono, y la mayoría de nuestras emisiones en Boston viene de los edificios. Nuestros residentes merecen vivir, estudiar y trabajar en espacios con aire de calidad que no afecten su salud. Para descarbonizar aún más los edificios de Boston, vamos a crear pautas libres de combustibles fósiles para nuevas construcciones y renovaciones importantes en Boston. Nuestra ciudad está lista para unirse en este programa piloto para comprender cómo la prohibición de nuevas conexiones de combustibles fósiles puede beneficiar a nuestras ciudades, nuestro estado y nuestro país. Trabajaremos con nuestros socios en las uniones y bienes raíces, sistemas de construcción y energía, salud pública y justicia ambiental y, por supuesto, el Consejo Municipal para comprender cómo Boston puede ser parte de esta coalición consciente del clima. Es por eso que hoy estamos presentando una petición de autonomía para que Boston se incluya en este programa piloto. Gracias. En cada paso del camino, colaboraremos con las comunidades y los defensores de la justicia ambiental, los sindicatos y representantes, y los grupos y desarrolladores de viviendas asequibles para determinar la política más efectiva para nuestra ciudad. Una política que brindará aire más limpio, menores costos de energía, menos emisiones de carbono, una mejor calidad de vida y mucho más para nuestros residentes. Juntos podemos continuar haciendo de Boston una ciudad Green New Deal y tener una transición hacia una economía verde. Ya hemos estado explorando cómo reducir el uso de combustibles fósiles en grandes desarrollos nuevos a través de la iniciativa de zonificación de edificios con cero carbono neto de la BPDA también. Ahora estamos listos para comenzar la conversación sobre cómo elevar los estándares para edificios de menos de 20,000 pies cuadrados también. La iniciativa de zonificación y el programa piloto libre de combustibles fósiles se complementarán entre sí para traer tantos desarrollos nuevos y renovaciones importantes como podemos hacia nuestro objetivo compartido de cero emisiones netas. También trabajarán en conjunto con fuertes estándares de eficiencia que se establecerán en el Código de Construcción Estatal. Estoy agradecida con nuestros colegas en Beacon Hill, en el Consejo Municipal, por luchar por este programa piloto y con el gobernador Baker por firmar esta legislación. Estamos ansiosos por dar los próximos pasos para crear un Boston más sostenible y saludable para todos nosotros. And now I will pass it over to State Representative and Chairman Jeff Roy, followed by City Councilor and Chair Kendra Lara.